dear students of 12 Commerce and 12 Arts A. Today we are going to discuss about a new poem, Have You Earned Your Tomorrow? Let us see the introduction of this poem. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow by Edgar Guest is a four-quatrain, four stanzas of 4 lines each, inspirational poem which questions an individual's contribution in improving the lives of others. The poet asks the readers whether their actions have impacted others in a positive or negative way. He wants the readers to reflect upon their negative actions and improve if they want a better future for themselves. He conveys the way we act today will determine whether we get to have a tomorrow or not, because the good we do today will earn us our tomorrow. Let us see about the poet. Edgar Guest is an American writer of British origin, known for his simplistic writing and optimistic writings about everyday life. Starting his career with Detroit Free Express as a young reporter, he eventually started writing verses for newspapers and earned a weekly column after his rhymes became widely popular. Now, let us see the paraphrase of this poem. This poem has some very substantial, very important message for we people to know the life in a very crystal clear manner. In anybody is anybody is anybody happier because you passed his way? This is the opening line. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over and its toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? The speaker brings with a direct question. He asks if today you referring to the reader made anyone's day better. He speaks abstractly about a hymn the reader might have met and helped or made happier. He then questions the reader whether you were nice enough in your interactions with others for them to you. These two questions emphasize on the voluntary kindness of the reader. The third line states the fact the hours are running out for the reader to make a positive impact since the day is coming to an end. The speaker asserts this by asking whether the reader's action during the day were nice enough to make someone to say something kind about the reader. Did you give a cheerful greeting? Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along, or a churlish sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure, and simple as you rushed along the way? Or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? The second stanza begins. The second stanza begins with another question in which the speaker asks if everything during the day you greeted a friend cheerfully. The speaker is concerned with how you treat those known to you. In the next lines, he drifts to opposite and probes the reader on his or her own selfish tendencies. The speaker inquires whether you were churlish or rude before you quickly disappeared into the crowd. He asks whether you were nothing but selfish as you rushed off another task. It is clear that the speaker finds it distasteful to treat a friend this way. He hopes for the opposite response when he goes on to ask whether you stopped to help someone, to hear someone out, which made them feel grateful for the deed, DEED, for the deed done by you. Can you say tonight in parting with days that is sleeping fast that you helped a single brother of the many that you passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead? The third stanza presents a longer question that seeks a response whether the reader has helped a single brother. It is enough for the speaker if you were kind to if you were kind to even one person out of the many that you met or came across. In the second half of the third stanza, the speaker, if there is one single heart that is now rejoicing due to your actions, the poet also wants to know whether you have instilled whether you have instilled courage in someone who was losing hope. Any of these good acts, this would be enough for you to be at peace with yourself as the day comes to an end. Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sorely spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of discontent as you close your eyes in slumber? Do you think that God would say you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? So, you ought to have that kind of satisfaction before closing your eyes, before going to bed, that your day remains meaningful, beautiful, and with great joy, with great happiness, with great content and satisfaction that just because of you, someone became happy and someone got the inspiration to face the challenges in life. In the fourth stanza, the speaker states that any day not spent, at least in part, improving the lives of others is lost or wasted, as it is spent soberly or badly. On the other hand, if it was well spent, there will be a trail of kindness, meaning that kindness you show to others will lead them to be kind to someone else. One lamp lights another, nor grows less. In the same way, kindness and goodness pass on from one person to another. So, you have to be very kind, polite, sober, gentle, and very loving while talking to others, while treating to others, and don't be rude in your words, because the wounds of words cannot be seen, but it took it takes a long time to heal it up. You the last line tells the last lines tells the reader that if they are unsure how their day was spent, they can close their eyes in slumber. Slumber means deep sleep. In slumber and think about what God would have to say to them if, after considering the response of God, a reader feels as if they have done well, then tomorrow is assured. Your tomorrow will become brighter than today. So, you have to be very careful, very alert while dealing with others. Now, here is the first activity sheet on page number 112 of your textbook. Is anybody happier because is anybody happier because पासून स्टार्ट करायचं तर ते क्लोज करायचं by the work you did today. The questions are here. Activity sheet number 1 is here. Find out expressions meaning going away from each stanza. One is given below. Vanish in the throng. Number 2, passed his way. Number 3, rushed along. Number 4, parting with, sleeping fast, leave a trail. State whether the following statements are true or false. We would make people whom we meet, we would make people whom we meet along our way happy. This statement is true. Number 2, people with whom we speak should forget us. This is false. To whom you have the interaction cannot easily forget you. Number 3, at the end of the day, there should be someone who can say kind things about us because of our good conduct. This statement is true. Number 4, a friend should be greeted with a frown. FROWN. A friend should be greeted with a frown. This statement is false. Statement number 5 is here. We should only be polite on the surface and go on about our life. This statement is also false. The next statement is here, that is, it is okay for one to be nothing but selfish as they rush through the day. This statement is also false. The last one is here, one good deed on our part might make someone feel grateful towards us. This statement is true. Now, was it well or sorely spent? Explain the meaning and give illustration. This is one of the interrogative statements that the poet uses to ask the reader whether he has lived his life well for the day or whether he was wasted the day spending it bitterly. In the light of the poem, a well spent day is one when we make others happy. When we are remembered by someone, when someone says a few kind words about us, we greet others cheerfully. When our deeds make others feel grateful. When we help even a single person out of the many that we meet, when even a single heart rejoices because of us, and when we instill courage in someone who is losing hope. On the other hand, a day is sorely spent. On the other hand, a day is sorely spent when we don't even greet a friend properly. As we go on about our day, or when we are purely selfish in our rush to get to the next task, thus ignoring the needs of others around us. It is the way we spend our day that decides whether we have earned our tomorrow or not. If we have helped even one person to minimize his problems, we have earned ourselves a good future. However, a day spent serving only the self might not earn us our tomorrow. Now you have to see the word and its meaning. Cheerful means happy. Selfish means concerned with one's own pleasure. Number 3, sourly means with feeling of disappointment. Number 4, discontent, lack of satisfaction. Describing word with noun, describing word with noun, describing with new noun. Toiling time, toiling day. Kindly word, kindly neighbor. Cheerful greeting, cheerful smile. Churlish, howdy, churlish remark. Single brother, oblique heart means single person who comes in contact with you. So, this is all about the first activity, and now we have to see the figure of speech here. The first example of alliteration is here. This day is almost over and its toiling time is through. The letter T is repeated here. Were you selfish, pure, and simple as you rushed along the way? W and S are repeated. Can you say tonight in parting with the days that sleeping fast? The word, the letter say, sleeping, the letter S, and the letter T is repeated here, and therefore the figure of speech is alliteration. Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? The letter S is repeated here. And the last example of alliteration is here. Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sorely spent? The letter D and W are repeated in quick succession for the greater poetic impact, and these are the examples of alliteration. And that's all. Thank you very much for tonight. Good night.